James Patras, the quartering, posted a new Eliza Bleu files.
A
Oh,
new
see,
one.
he's got his account back. He is fired
Yeah,
up. He probably was like
he's
frothing at the mouth, like, I gotta. But I read in the chat that somebody said that they think Twitter deleted his tweets, that he did not himself
huh.
delete the tweets to get his
I
account
don't
back,
know.
which
That'd be
is,
something we could ask. But
yeah,
I mean, it'd be a bigger. I wouldn't blame him for deleting, a year-old tweet that everybody's already seen. We've all seen it. You can delete it now. Like, it's fine. Get your Twitter
right,
account back and, do what you do best and spread the news and the word and,
right.
update people on things. Like, because you sometimes you have to kind of just take the hit and, make a little bit of
Yeah.
a sacrifice in order to do, I hate using it, but greater good.
And everyone's seeing the screenshots, like, everyone knows the deal. Everyone knows what
Everybody
happened.
knows.
Who's been following. Okay, this is just 11 minutes ago. In yesterday's Eliza Bleu files, I reintroduced the internet to Eliza Bleu, the activist that has the power to change the rules at Twitter and ban and censor her critics. Today, we get to part two, how a cloud coughlin falsely took credit for Twitter moving child porn. And this is a point that Quartering makes a lot. Everyone's going, she's doing great work, which I was one of
Hmm.
these people. I was this person, this
Yep.
great person in the back going, wow, all the great work, because I've heard so many
She
times.
aligned herself with it. Everything great
Yeah.
that was happening, she aligned herself with it. So, and we had no
Ugh.
reason to not believe her.
And that is a good lesson. Just because you hear something said over and over, don't be afraid to continue to question something that is maybe a given, or oh, we're all saying this, right? It's, I don't know. It's
Hmm.
definitely a good lesson for me too. Eliza Bleu burst into the scene through a combination of running the conservative libertarian podcast scene, hi, and one viral Twitter thread claiming to have gotten child porn removed from Twitter on November 20th. The problem? She lied. Ooh.
Mm.
And then it links to this article here. Let's see what happens if I click on that. Anything crazy? Oh, this is archived today. Is this the Wayback Machine? I never really used the Wayback Machine. I think I'm intimidated by it, to be honest.
Mm.
Okay, post from November 2022. Wow, the
He
most
does
popular.
his homework. Jeremy is
He does.
great at what he does.
This is why we needed him back on Twitter. Okay, this is
Hmm.
from. And I'm blocked, so I'm glad that this is here. So Eliza says, "Wow, the most popular hashtag used to sell child sexual abuse material on Twitter is almost completely cleaned out. I'm not going to post the hashtag for obvious reasons, but if any organization, law enforcement, or journalist wants me to send them the hashtag information, I will. It's public information, but I don't want to broadcast it because there are still 3 old tweets available. Correction, the 3 biggest hashtags used by child abusers selling child sexual abuse material on Twitter have virtually been eliminated. This is huge. To those who aren't aware yet, last week Twitter did add a direct reporting option for child sexual exploitation only on tweets with content, images, videos. This was not previously available and was a separate form that wasn't easy to find. I'm grateful to see these changes. And then she highlights, I guess, what happens when you go to submit a claim. Okay. Update. I have spoken to a journalist whom I trust that reached out. This individual was brave enough to go and check out the situation, including the hashtags. The information will be released soon while being mindful of the safety for those impacted by this crime. Again, this all sounds like somebody who cares a lot,
Hmm. Yeah,
easy to
that's exactly. This is the stuff that I was seeing from her when I, you know, began following her and associating with her.
Yeah. Here's a video that explains the hashtag system used on Twitter to share and sell child sexual exploitation content on a massive scale. That video was put out by the legal team representing the 2 minor survivors currently suing Twitter. And I think that's who she refers to when she says, like, John Doe,
Hmm.
um, someone who I guess for years couldn't get their CP that someone had created of them off Twitter, and
Yep.
sounded pretty bad. Update, some of
Yeah.
the other hashtags outside of the main 3 are still actively engaging and sharing and posting illegal child exploitation. Please be mindful of this. All right, so it sounds like, okay, it's like a false alarm. Oh, we did it. We saved Twitter, and now it's like, uh-oh, people are still doing it. This is
Hmm.
all in the same day. Update, I have made the decision to give this information to a second journalist that I had no previous relationship with. This is a fair, transparent, and honest way to proceed. Oh my god, and this Tesla Roddy. This is how we get to the Tesla Roddy article that I found the other day, and a lot of other people have been using in their streams. Basically, like her making a bid for Elon and saying, "Oh, the minds at Tesla need to work on the problem of CP." And I think this is the same article where she's got a Tesla T shaved into her head. Like, it's very obvious
Wow.
that she is, like, gunning for his attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did bring this up the other day. Yeah, under Elon Musk, Twitter is taking child exploitation seriously. Um, okay, maybe this is an earlier article by Teslarati. Yeah, John Doe 1 and John Doe 2 were minors who were sexually exploited, and videos of that exploitation were posted to Twitter when the 2 and this is why I had Eliza on my fucking show to begin with, was to talk about this whole thing because it sounds horrible.
Mhm.
It was this ongoing lawsuit that was going on against Twitter before Elon purchased it. When the 2, who are now adults, begged Twitter to remove the content, Twitter refused, and they actually famously claimed, "Oh, it doesn't affect our TOS," and almost it's like the TOS, it seems like it's doing a massive overcorrection that can be abused.
Mhm. Yeah.
Blue pointed out a few key changes Twitter has made under its new leadership. But yeah, she is like, devil's advocate. Let's say that this is not her doing. She's just keeping a very close watch on it and she's constantly talking about it. So it sounds like she's involved.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like
That
she faked it till she made it. Like kept
yeah.
kept
Yeah,
talking
I
about
could see that.
Elon, kept talking about Twitter, kept talking
Sounding
about
like
Tesla.
just enough like which could be the whole thing with the band too, sounding like she was directly involved with it, like she has the power to do that, the power to move things around. What else does
Yeah.
Jeremy say after this, like, "Oh, but she lied," and then it linked to this?
Okay, let me go back to his thread because he's a good thread. Do, do, do. Okay. Okay, and that was that first article. Um, do you mean this thread or do you mean like what Quartering was
The
saying?
new one, the what the quarter was saying, the like, he started and when he started the new thread and we were reading it, and then we
Okay, so
hopped off
before
to
I
it.
get to that, this is interesting.
Okay.
None of the information I spoke about in the thread is private or unavailable to the public. I won't tweet the hashtags. And then she said, I want to make this clear. I don't work for Twitter, Elon, any government, political party, group, etc. I run my own account. I've never been paid to tweet or compensated in any way. I'm here to serve. So strange that she feels the need to say this.
Yeah. So that's interesting because she was almost separating herself. It's kind of like what people do when they are working for somebody is
Mm.
retweets are not endorsements, or my tweets are my own, or
Yeah, why do you even
things
have
like
to
that to
say
separate
that?
themselves. Yeah, so they you say things like that to avoid a conflict of interest, not to not like, but you really don't need to do that when you're on your own, you know?
Right. It's obvious that she's her own person. Why would you think that she works for any of
Yeah,
these people? Because if she did, she'd put it in her bio. You'd be like, "Oh, I'm the new sex abuse person
whatever.
for Twitter," or whatever. You'd be gloating
Yeah.
about it.
Hmm.
Important to note, Elon Musk himself liked a tweet in this thread last night. If this information wasn't valid, if it wasn't factual, that wouldn't have happened. She's already bragging about getting a like from Elon.
Hmm. Well, I've had three
Ugh.
conversations with the Elon, so take that.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, he's just commented 3 times on my stuff.
No, that's a big deal. He hasn't
It's
noticed
cool.
any of my shit. I gotta tag
He
him
will.
more.
Yeah, tag him. Tag his ass.
So here we go back to Quartering's thread. As early as December 1st, people on Twitter were pointing out the contradictions in her claims. Users were reporting publicly that there was still plenty of activity being used to trade child exploitation material. She ignored them. And here is Gabe from An Open Secret tweeting out certain people have published a false narrative that the 3 top hashtags used to trade CP were removed from Twitter through automated processes after Elon Musk purchased the company. We know for a fact this is false. We are working with a media outlet to reveal the evidence. This is on December 1st.
Certain
Uh,
people. That's interesting.
yeah. And Open Secret is I think it's a documentary that dealt with, like, I think pedos in Hollywood. So it's like these
Yeah.
people have a vested interest.
Yes.
December
And
3rd, what were you
this is
saying?
another thing. The fact that you don't like CP is not something people challenge. Like that's the universal. We all want it gone. So it's like people don't really push back. So it's another thing to not push back on is that it's not just sex trafficking. It's CP.
Yeah. So a story is starting to form here, that certain people, are trying to take credit for these hashtags being removed. It's like she's just on top of this story, like a fucking
Hmm.
fly on shit that people are associating her with it.
Hmm.
It's really she's such a good example of fake it till you make it.
Yeah. And she did. She's been all over the place. And she's been with Tyra Banks on the Steve Harvey show, and
Yeah.
she's
She's
dated the
gotten
lead
into
singer of
so
Chemical Romance.
yeah, how many different industries and spheres has she been able to get into? She must be smart in some ways, like,
Yes,
interpersonally smart.
yes, definitely interpersonally smart.
She can get in
Um,
with people and groups. Okay, so then Quartering says on December 3rd, these popular sex trafficking hashtags remained live on Twitter. People close to Eliza were begging her to address the issue and get back to work with her apparent Twitter connections. She ignored it as the new followers poured in.
mm,
Okay. 2 years ago, I provided Twitter comms with a hashtag that was being used to trade CP on. All right, so Jeremy wouldn't post something that could get him. Okay, so I'll just 2 years ago, I provided Twitter comms with a hashtag that was being used to trade CP on this app. Despite all the Elon fanfare, it's as active as ever. There's even a photo of a little girl promoting the abuse. Ugh,
oh,
gross.
oh God,
Okay, that's like blurred out.
these are monsters. Oh, thank God.
You can't see anything. Quartering would never like have something in his tweet thread that would, you know what I mean? It's all
Yeah,
blurred out. You can't really see. So
good.
she ignored this concern. Curiously, pro Elon Musk outlet Teslarati had an article written and ready to go and released the same day as the viral Eliza Bleu thread. The article was published on November 19th, making the exact same claims as Eliza Bleu and was shared in the same thread. Seems like coordinated PR. Interesting.
Who
Right.
wrote it?
This Joanna Kreider from
Huh.
Teslarati.
Interesting.
Yeah. How would Eliza, a nobody who works with nobody, who's independent, suddenly get with Tesla PR?
Mm, that's interesting.
Eliza Bleu, a relatively obscure small account on Twitter, gained 48,000 followers in November, damn, and an additional 116,000 new followers on the back of being touted as the slayer of CP on Twitter. The only problem is it was still there. It never went anywhere. Hundreds of thousands of people saw the thread and thought CP was gone. It was not. And the worst part is once that you do that, people stop looking. People move on because they think the problem is solved. Yeah, of course.
Hmm.
For weeks, tens of thousands of followers poured in. The CP remained live, and Eliza Bleu issued zero corrections. As late as December 4th, Twitter was reaching out to other people to help fix it. It turns out the CP reporting system was broken and still was at this point. And this is a tweet from Slatzism Small, but promising update. The head of Twitter safety reached out directly to me about an hour ago. After a short exchange, the account with the photo of the little girl has been suspended. Fine. Okay, thank God. In fact, as late as December 6th, the CP still roamed free on Twitter. Almost 2 weeks after Eliza Bleu claimed it was gone and suggested to be partly responsible. Bottom line, Eliza Bleu went viral as a savior of exploited children, but when the chips were down and it was clear she was wrong, she abandoned them in exchange for followers and clout. Just getting
Oof.
started on the Eliza Bleu files, her insidious relationship with Twitter, corruption and lies. Thankful for you. And if you want to follow me, support me, subscribe to YouTube and coffee. His coffee, guys. Now I feel like I have to check out his coffee. But yeah, when Jeremy wants to do a deep dive on something, you're not going to stop him.
Yeah, he does really, really great work.
Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.